So I guess my question for you is, if you, let's say you're taking it theoretically in April, you've got nearly 6 months.
Yeah.
What do those 6 months look like for you in terms of other obligations and fitting in the time, especially since you're not starting from scratch? So it's really a question more of working on the identified weak areas.
So yeah, I feel like my schedule has been pretty packed, juggling a full-time job and then also the test prep. So yeah, I haven't been as committed as I should have been, but lately I've been trying to squeeze in at least 2 hours of practice every day, just in between meetings or after work when I get off. So I think I'm going to be consistently ramping that up. So during the week, at least 1 to 2 hours of practice every day. And then during the weekend, I will be able to allocate bigger chunks of time just to practice. So in terms of that practice alone, I think I will be dividing that proportionally to my weak areas, like you suggested. But yeah, if you have more suggestions, I definitely welcome them all.
No, well, it sounds like you are willing to put in the time, which is fantastic. I would urge you not to run the risk of burnout. 2 hours a day isn't likely to lead to that, but depending on your other obligations, it may become a bit much. And so know that when you're studying over a longer time period, you don't need to do quite as much every single day. It's more slow and steady wins the race when you're studying over a 5 to 6 month timeline or beyond. So be consistent. Try to do something on most days, but don't stress overly about taking a day off here or there. And this isn't something that you really should cram or even can cram. It's really more about exposing yourself to the wide range of patterns of methods of reasoning or patterns and the tricks they use to make tempting wrong answers or discouraging right answers. And so that exposure to those patterns, it happens through doing lots and lots of LSAT questions, especially in the category of logical reasoning, which is, I think, going to be your focus. So if you can expose yourself to a couple hundred or even more, like a couple thousand of these LSAT logical reasoning questions, just to expose yourself to what they look like, what tricks you are uniquely prone to falling for, understanding those in depth so you can avoid making the same mistakes in the future.
All right.
But look at it as something to get slowly acclimated to over a longer period of time, not something that we're like, there's the 50 patterns you're going to learn. And if you could memorize those, that would be it. There are more than 50, and they're not something to memorize. There's something to see and recognize when they appear. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.